Welcome to the HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are here with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I thought you were going to pause and say something really dramatic. So, okay, well, good. I'm glad you're well. What's new?
It's good to be back. We figured we would jump on and do a quick show. We've been so busy.
A busy
Lots of
week.
travel, lots of events, lots of other types of content. I feel like I've done a whole bunch of these shows, but we did them separately, right, over the
We
last
did.
couple of weeks at different events we were at.
We did, but you know what? That's what's kind of fun. Obviously, we enjoy doing these together, and we've done them for a very long time now. But it is fun when we're out and about to either hop on and do one by ourselves or grab somebody from the event we're at. I actually meant to do that in Charleston. I was there with our friends from Equifax, talking to some of their leaders, doing a keynote. It was really fun. But I'll tell you what, I was so involved with that, there wasn't really time for an actual work break. So anyway, but it was a really great event.
That's awesome. Well, I got you covered then, Trish, because a couple of weeks ago, now we're stretching back a couple of weeks, but I was out in Oklahoma City with our friends at Paycom and my new friends at the Oklahoma City Thunder, who I'm representing today.
Yeah.
And we had a great time out there doing a lot of meetings, a lot of content. I'm actually this morning compiling it all onto one post for our site, but I counted them up, Trish. I did 4 of these work break shows while I was there. 3 with the Oklahoma City Thunder with different folks who work for the team, largely about customer service, customer experience, the fan experience, and kind of that connection between supporting and enabling employees, right, to deliver great experiences for customers and fans. And then I did one with our friend Tiffany Gamblin from Paycom, who I always sort of tap on the shoulder when I'm out there to say, hey, come do 10 minutes with me on the work break. She's done it a couple of times and she's great. So we talked a lot about community involvement and kind of supporting employees and avoiding burnout. We hit a few different topics, but
it sounds very work-ish though. Isn't this supposed to be a work break?
It was a little worky, a little bit, but Tiffany's wearing a cat costume because it was literally Halloween day when I was there. And so there's a little bit of fun as well. So you can check all those out in our archives, and I'll be posting that on our site too. So thanks to them. We had a great time out at Oklahoma City as usual. So I do want to shout them out and say thank you.
Absolutely. But my challenge to them is next time they need to take a break. I want to know, what is Tiffany doing when she's not working?
I think we covered some of that. Yeah, she's a good sports person. Horses are part of that deal.
Next time, right? Next time you're there, I want an actual break from the work.
All right, I'll make a note.
I want to know more. So, hey, listen, it is true. Part of the show is, hopefully not about work. I have a story that's a little bit work-ish, but not work. So, Volkswagen, our friends at Volkswagen. Have you ever had a Volkswagen?
I've never had one, but they are the shirt sponsor of my favorite German soccer team, Wolfsburg.
Oh, so okay. All right. Well, now they're getting into more than just football. They have created drivable office chairs that can go up to 20 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Can you imagine? And you have to drive it with little pedals, steer it. There's no steering wheel. Obviously, it's an office chair, but can you imagine? Not only are we trying to get people back to the workplace, maybe that's how you entice them. You get one of these Volkswagen powered office chairs. That would have been amazing. I would have loved that. I always had the office that was furthest from the kitchen.
Oh, okay. I didn't quite understand the whole concept. So you use this chair in your actual office to scoot around the office itself? That's the idea?
Yeah, it's a drivable office chair. Okay. So you can drive around.
Took me a second to put that together. I'm thinking where am I driving the chair to? Am I outside? I get it now.
No, you're driving it around the office. The other thing was
some of these corporate campuses are so big. Yeah, you could use that kind of a thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and so it said McDonald's is also getting in on this a little bit. They have and it's called the Ultimate Gaming Chair. So everybody's trying to fancy up the chairs.
I need a new chair, by the way.
I know, right? The McDonald's one encourages you to snack and play games at the same time. And then the last one, and this is the coolest because it kind of fits in with what we do a lot of research on. Georgia, the state of Georgia, introduces all-terrain wheelchairs that you can use for free
Okay.
at the state parks in
Oh, all
Georgia.
right. So to sort of improve accessibility to some of the park
Yeah,
areas and the trails, et cetera, that kind of thing.
that's right, because they're not wheelchair friendly, they're not even scooter friendly. A lot of the terrain is pretty rocky. So if you
Sure.
can picture the closest thing, I'll tweet it out afterwards, but the closest thing that I can think of is like if you remember that movie Wall-E from years ago, the little
Vaguely.
robot
Yeah.
that kind of and it was almost like that kind of a wheel
Mhm.
setup, but it's wheelchairs with all-terrain, almost like a tank would have. What do you call it? Like treads.
Yeah, like a track, like a tank tracks or treads. Yeah.
Yeah, these are kind of triangular. I'm making a triangle up. Yeah, but anyway, it has like
Yeah, that
treads
was very well done. How you did
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
go forward. It's not a wheel. So anyway, yeah, I think that's amazing. Georgia. Thanks, Georgia. So I don't know. That
Very
was kind
cool.
of the fun ones I found for today. What about you? What have you been
I got a
reading? What do
couple things, Trish. We haven't talked about next week. Next week is Thanksgiving week here in the U.S., holiday week-ish. I don't know
it
what's
is?
going on with our schedule, if we're going to check in with one of these shows or not. But in case we don't, Trish, I know
Okay.
you're a Black Friday type person. You have in the past enjoyed
I
taking
have.
in some of the retail
I'm
experience on Black
partaking
Friday.
this year. Yes, as
I
well.
will give you, Trish, I made a note of this. I'm going to be on this on Black Friday at midnight Eastern time on
Mm,
Black Friday. So right at the
okay.
stroke of Black Friday. It's an online thing, though, so you don't have to go anywhere. Trish,
Okay.
Denny's restaurant, place I believe you are familiar with.
Right.
Denny's
We have
restaurant has
one
a
in
Black
town.
Friday deal, Trish. They're selling a very special limited edition T-shirt for $5.99. But here's the thing about this T-shirt, Trish.
Okay.
And there's only 150 of them available throughout the
O
country / the world. 150
okay,
of these
I'm
T-shirts.
intrigued.
If you obtain one of these T-shirts, in the T-shirt itself is printed a QR code. Okay, and the QR
Okay.
code when you take it to your Denny's when you're wearing the shirt entitles you
Right.
to a free breakfast every
What?
day for a year. It'll be good for all of 2023.
Well,
How
now
about
I
that?
wanna get one of those. So
One,
100
yeah,
only
5.99, 150 to be sold. There's a link somewhere. I'll find it. I can tweet it out as well. It's going to be hard to get, probably harder than
I
even
don't
Taylor
probably
Swift
wanna tell
tickets,
anybody
probably at
about
this
this.
point.
Steve, why are you telling anybody about this? Like, no, we don't need competition for these shirts.
Yeah, you're entitled to one everyday value slam meal, which is worth $5.99 at retail. That's like the 2
Wow.
eggs, 2 bacon, 2 pancakes, side of I don't know,
Yeah.
side of despair, whatever comes with it, coffee
You
probably,
know what?
every
Denny's
day
is
for a
really
year.
nice. Do you know that was my son's first job, Denny's?
I'm on it.
He worked at
I'm pro
Denny's
that.
as a host.
I'm
It was
reporting
nice.
that in a happy way. I'm on that. I want that.
Okay,
I'd
alright.
be at Denny's every single day, probably. Maybe not every day.
If
I'd,
I
I'd,
have a shirt for free breakfast, yeah, I'm gonna be
I'd
there a
be
lot.
there 2-3 times a week, probably for sure.
Right. Oh my gosh, we would gain so much weight if we ate Denny's breakfast. It's delicious, but I would gain weight if I did that. So anyway, well, wow, we've really, I think on that note, I don't think I have anything to top that. So
World Cup starts on Sunday, Trish. Who you got? You got a country you're pulling for?
no,
Okay.
I don't think so. England, any British team.
I'm taking the USA. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. Hey, listen, everyone. Thanks for hopping on here on a Friday. It is Friday, right? If I feel like my days are all messed up
Indeed.
on a Friday. Enjoy your weekend. It looks like it's going to be cold everywhere. Our friends in Buffalo are getting 5 feet of snow right now, right this
That's
second. Please
no
stay
fun.
safe and warm. I think here in St. Louis, our high today is 21 degrees for the high.
Hmm.
It's cold. Winter is here, people. All right. We will see you back here next week. Thanks.